When are you going to wake up and stop being satisfied with bootleg fulfillment? Because that's what the far majority of people are doing. The far majority of people, man, are thriving and are having the experience of life in bootleg format, brothers. And don't act like y'all ain't never seen no bootleg movie. Don't act like y'all brothers and sisters been sipping tea with your pinkies up your whole life. But for y'all that don't know what a bootleg movie is, man, a bootleg movie is when some hit the theaters and you ain't at the theaters, but somebody goes and they take a camera, and I'm talking about back in the days when cell phones wasn't popping like they popping now. When somebody took a whole camcorder or small camera and sit back in their seat and just recorded the movie. You know, so that anybody that watched it, it was almost like giving them the experience like they were there. You know what I'm saying? You seeing people walk by, you seeing the credits roll like everybody else, you hearing people laughing and talking, but you're not there. You don't smell the popcorn, you don't feel the walls shaking, you don't get the full experience. But when you watch it, it's secondhand. Like you're watching it at home, but it's to give you the feeling like you're actually at the movie. Like you get to see the movie when everybody else gets to see it. It's not even out yet. You can't go to Netflix and watch it. You can't go to HBO and watch it. It's not even out yet. It's only in theaters. But it's to give you that experience. And I'm telling you, man, most people are living their lives like through bootleg fulfillment, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just living life for themselves. As soon as people get in the car, they cut that radio on, man. They want to hear what everybody else is doing. Who got married? Who got divorced? Who's going through this? You know, like let me live my life through everybody else. As soon as you get to work, and sit down before the computer even warms up good, you on that phone, the gram, the book, the talk, living through somebody else. Instead of making calls, instead of doing things to have your own experience. You're living your whole life through Meta. And I'm telling you, man, it's a bootleg experience. And I'm saying that because I can remember living my life bootleg, getting my fulfillment off of what everybody else was doing. Oh man, so-and-so is taking trips to this place. So-and-so is doing XYZ. Like, oh man, this feels good. Let me put this phone back down and let me get back to my mundane life instead of me doing it. It's just a bootleg experience, man. You know, I remember, man, when my son first started playing, Call of Duty and all that stuff, man, he was little. And I would give him the controller, man, and I would have it like on demo mode or simulation mode where everybody's like a robot. And I'm like, yeah, man, like these are real people. Like people are all over the place. Like you playing real people. But once he got older, man, he was just looking like something ain't right with this. Like, why is everybody moving the same? Why is why are certain things taking place? You know, and he finally understood, like, man, this wasn't the real thing. Like, let me put you on the real thing now. Let me put you on online place so you can interact with real people now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just living bootleg experiences, man. It's like me inviting you to a barbecue. Hey, come on over, man. Come on out the souls, man. We're going to have some ribs and hot links and potatoes and all the good eating. And you pull up, man. You pull up and I give you a bag of barbecue flavored Pringles. You can be like, this dude is tripping. But you accept that in this game of life. You accept that secondhand fulfillment in everything else, man. And I'm telling you, it's just, and I'm saying this, brother, because it's a good feeling when you finally start living life. And when I say living life, I'm not even talking about winning. I'm not even talking about thriving. I'm not even talking about success. I'm talking about just understanding that you are in this thing and that you are in control of it. And you're making your own moves. You're enjoying life. You're enjoying the fruit of your own labor. You're enjoying the results from your own play. You know what I'm saying? There's fulfillment in that. It's not about the big wins it's not about that. The fulfillment is just in you being aware that you are in it. And a lot of people aren't even aware they're in it because they're stuck in meta. They're like, you know what? I don't have to get it. I can just live through somebody else who's getting it. Let me look at this influencer. Let me look at this person. Oh, they just bought a so-and-so. Oh, she just got married. That's my fulfillment. Now let me put this phone down and get back to my misery. When you can have the same fulfillment. You can have the same fulfillment. So what must I do to get this fulfillment you speak of, so? I'm going to tell you. The first thing you must do is, this is what I had to do. The first thing you must do is detox. In other words, the first thing you must do is set that phone down for a second. The first thing you must do is stop hanging out as much. The first thing you must do is cut that ringer off. And I'm not even saying go into deep sight. I'm not saying sit there and go into a trash, like go to the bottom. And I'm not saying none of that stuff. I'm saying just cut the noise off. Cut the noise off to the point where you feel like you're now you're fiending for something. Because once you put that phone down and you can't see what everybody else is doing, it's like, man, like what do I do now? Something else is going to start taking place on the inside of you. Something inside of you is going to start taking place. It's going to start searching for fulfillment. If you can't get it through the device, if you can't get it through the drug, if you can't get it through the friends on the weekend, your mind and body and soul is going to start searching for fulfillment. It's going to start showing you things about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you have to listen to that voice. Listen to that instinct, man. It's gonna show you what you are. Get outside in nature, man. Hell, not even nature. Just get out and just roam the world. Just get out and walk around the mall and people watch. Get out and go to an event. Go to anything. Just get out the house. Go to a museum and just be by yourself and explore the world by yourself. Explore your city by yourself. Go to a restaurant you've never gone to by yourself. Because what's going to happen, man, you're going to start understanding, like, you know what? You're going to say, I never knew I liked this, or I never knew I liked that. Like, I was too busy watching everybody else win. I was too busy getting bootleg fulfillment that I didn't even know I existed. Like, hell, I like country music. I like Italian food. I like XYZ. And embrace that part of yourself, man. Embrace that part of your identity, because you can't get fulfillment. You can't get fulfillment in this world if you don't. I say it all the time, brothers. You must know who you are. You can't get fulfillment if you don't know who you are. If you haven't identified who you are, if you haven't identified your character in this game, how can you get fulfillment? So just spend some time with yourself. Hell, take a vacation by yourself. Go watch a movie by yourself. I'm going to tell you, man, you'll quickly realize that, you know what? I really didn't like what I thought I liked. I didn't like the type of food. I didn't like the type of women. I didn't like the type of friends I had. I didn't like none of the things I thought I liked. That's when that fulfillment will start coming, man. Embrace that identity. Embrace the things you like. Embrace your own passions. When you're sitting still, man, and you're not entertaining, you're not getting lost in everybody else's sauce, you start saying, you know what is it I'm into? So you might even identify some craft in you that you had that you didn't even know. You might say, hell, I can make music. I can paint. I can write books. I can start this. I'm into this. I can create content, anything. But a lot of people's soul won't even search for that. Because it's fulfilled already, or it thinks it is. It's getting that slight hint of fulfillment through everybody else, just enough. It's like you waking up every day just getting a hit to stay at peace. You're getting just enough fulfillment through everybody else just to stay at peace, man. When really you could be getting the whole thing for yourself. The whole thing for yourself. Now this is when you'll get fulfillment. Like once you detox, once you identify yourself, once you identify your passions, what's going to happen is you're going to say, you know what? Now that I know who I am, now that I know what I'm about, this is what I want to share with the world. And when I say the world, it might just be your next door neighbor. It might be the people at work. Like you're going to start living for a cause now. You're going to start having purpose now. Once you identify that, you're going to start having purpose, man. And the thing is, to get that fulfillment is you have to set goals. In other words, this is the experience I want to have. These are the experiences I want to have. These are the things I want to share with the world. It's like now I see my own fulfillment in all walks of life, in all areas of life. Now I'm living the experience. Now what everybody else is doing on this cell phone is not as important to me. It's not as important to me than just watching the game. Now I can start playing it. Now every once in a while, I might pick that cell phone up and share with my brothers and sisters how I'm playing the game. Now we can all live and be fulfilled instead of me just sitting on the sidewalk. You know, instead of me sitting at home watching the movie like I was there. I'm telling you, man, I just don't understand how people do it, man. So many people are just satisfied with secondhand fulfillment, brothers.